Hello everyone, this is DJ Dimaliuat. Hello there TGFI. Hello in my Facebook page. And of course, again, this is also recorded via YouTube. I'm here with my good friend John Rankins. Say hi to them, John.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so again, welcome to another edition of Motivational Mondays. As always, we are online in our TGFI page every 7 o'clock Mondays. And again, as you know, even if it's a holiday here in the Philippines, we entrepreneurs, there's no holiday for us. Right, John?
Every day, every day,
Yeah,
every day.
every day, right? So, and since we are so committed personally to again motivate you, our viewers, and also to share our experience with you, we're here live, just on time, and I want to know where are you connecting? I want to know where are you watching? So, Alan was first. Alan Almira. Hi, Mr. DJ, watching from Qatar. Hello, Alan. Say hi to John. John, say
Hi,
hi to
Alan.
Alan. He's from Qatar, right? So I think he's at work at this time, about 2 p.m. there. So thank you for watching. Again, as we wait for people who are here who are going live, just going live. So again, let's greet the people who are or her watching. And again, can I also request people who are watching in our pages to kindly share this video to your Facebook timeline so that your friends will also benefit from our topic right now, so which is all about motivation. So Alan said, please greet my friend
Laliani.
Lailani, who is also watching. Hello, Lailani. Hello there. I hope you're okay. You're doing great. Right? So, wow. So, there's a technical difficulty in my page. Don't worry. We'll still go live. Just wait for it. Okay. So also, from Abu Dhabi, Christina Homsilio. From Abu Dhabi. Hello there, Christina. Right? And also, Jaime Villaflor from Korea. So, John, there's people all over the world who are watching. Right? So, again, as I mentioned to you, I posted earlier this morning that I will be live with John right here. And since it's a holiday, I visited him at home. Thank you for having me here at your home, John.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. And again, I arrived here 1 hour earlier, so I am having a chat with John earlier, and of course, his partner Vanessa. And I received the good news. Again, congratulations, my buddy.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
And also, I'm saying hi to my wife, Carla. She's watching at my page. Hello there. I love you so much. Again, thank you very much for always supporting. And thank you for the likes. Okay, so good evening from Hong Kong, si Cesla. So hello there from Hong Kong. And at the same time, watching from Doha, Qatar, Murillo Almer. So it seems that, people in the Philippines are taking a day off and they're not watching online. That's good. But then again, from all over the world, I know it's not a holiday from you in wherever you are right now. So you're all online here. So again, as I mentioned, I invited one of my friends, a very good friend of mine, John, right here. A brief background about John. John is the author of the Life Mastery Playbook. So this book right here, he wrote it. So as you can see, I'm showing it in my page, in the PGFI page, and of course in YouTube. First of all, if you want to have a free copy of this book, only limited to the first 100 people, right? Just wait until the end of this video because again, we will be telling you and giving you the link of the website to go to so that you can get a copy of this Life Mastery Playbook. And at the same time, John is also the president and CEO of the Optimo International. Can you give us a little background about what Optimo is? And of course, your Life Mastery Playbook.
Yeah, Optimo International is a sales organization. Currently, we're in 5 different countries throughout Southeast Asia.
Nice.
Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand. We currently have over 4,000 entrepreneurs that use my systems that we've created in the last 25 years.
Nice.
To develop their businesses and to teach them how to run successful, profitable businesses. There's a lot of entrepreneurs that run businesses, but the truth is 90% of them are not profitable.
Yes.
They have their own business, but they don't have any idea what it takes or what it is to be a profitable entrepreneur. And we've done that with them for the past 25 years. We deal with skincare, car care, cosmetics, and we've created our own brand.
That's nice. So over 4,000 people, entrepreneurs here in the Philippines and the 4 other countries, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand, being with Optimo, and they're really having a profitable business. Yeah, that's good. So I'm sure that you will be learning a lot with John here, and that's why I invited him again. Again, as I continuously train myself and continuously grow myself, I meet a lot of people in training, and that's where I met John, right? And even, you know, a very successful man, has taught in Harvard University, right? Just last month.
Yeah.
With Harvard University, and also with CNBC. Right?
I did a media tour on NBC, ABC, and I'm getting ready to be featured in Forbes with a bunch of thought leaders.
That's nice.
And the Huffington Post. And I had the opportunity to promote my book, and I received an award from the Entrepreneurs Club of Harvard.
Wow, that's very good. So
coaching people.
We are so blessed, John. Thank you very much again in behalf of the people who are listening. We're so blessed to have you here in our show, Motivational Monday. So again, let's just read some more people here. From Rosalisa Cruz from Bahrain. Watching from Singapore is Zo. And also good day TGFI according to Sined. Also Wency from Santa Rosa, Laguna, one of our agents in Riven. Hello there, Wency. Thank you for watching. Again, I encourage you to share this video to your timeline. Kindly share this video to your Facebook groups. And maybe if you have a Facebook page where you have a lot of followers, you can also do that. As John is also sharing this video to his page as well, because he also has a page, John Rankins page, right? So that's good. So we're having a bit of technical difficulties, I think, via the internet, but that should be fine, right? So some reconnections going on there, right? So also I want to say hi to Vicky, and Vicky watching from Israel. So shalom. Have you been to Israel?
I have not been to Israel.
I haven't been in Israel as well. Okay, sige. So let's just wait for some reconnections. Okay, so and another thing, can I also, as we wait for people to reconnect, okay, can I also ask you to share this video to the TGFI community, to our more than 100,000 followers. So again, please share these videos to your friends. Thank you, Carla, for sharing as well. And also, we're having some problems. Okay, so, kindly share this video to the TGFI page. Okay, so now let's talk about our topic, John. Right, the 3 things that people don't know about motivation. But first of all, before we talk about the 3 things, let's talk about why is it important for people to be motivated. Right? What's the importance of motivation? Why did you choose this topic? As I mentioned, I asked you just yesterday, I think, right? Or earlier last week, I asked you to prepare a topic for today, and you chose this very wonderful topic, and I believe it's very timely. So
this is Motivation Monday for your audience, right?
Yes.
So it was a no-brainer to talk. What I thought would help your audience would be not what everybody else talks about motivation and how they get motivation, but what are the keys to sustaining motivation. And to me, there's 3 things that no one talks about when it comes to motivation.
So that's what we'll be talking about today.
Absolutely. The 3 things that most people don't realize about motivation.
I like it. So if you're ready, just comment down there below, I'm ready. And if you have some questions, just save your questions and just post it anytime, and I will be reading it for John here. So let's talk about the first thing that people don't realize about motivation. What is it, John? Can you tell us about it?
Number 1, motivation has expiration.
Motivation has expiration.
That's correct.
So how come this motivation has expiration?
Well, this is one thing that people don't realize about motivation. Whether it's positive motivation or negative motivation, whether it's setting a goal, all motivation has expiration.
Okay.
Because eventually, even if you set a goal and you achieve that goal, then you're no longer motivated about whatever it is that you achieve.
Because you have achieved it already.
Exactly.
Right?
Whether it be achieving, getting a car, buying a house, getting a promotion at work,
yes,
getting married, having children, no matter what, motivation has expiration.
It has an expiration date.
So think about it like this. If you've ever set a goal, so like you were in high school and you set a goal to buy your first car,
okay,
or you went to college,
yes,
and you set a goal to buy your first car.
Okay.
Once you got it, the feeling kind of wore off.
Yes, that's true.
And then when you continue to achieve more and more goals and you go to a higher level, then what used to motivate you before doesn't excite you anymore.
That's true. It's not exciting anymore.
Right.
Yeah,
so, I mean, how many cars have you had in your life?
I have 5, I think.
5 different cars.
5 different cars.
And if you think about the very first car you had, would you be motivated to have that car again?
No.
Why not?
Because first of all, it's old. Right? It's just functional, but didn't have the details or the functions that I would do. My recent car has, right? And maybe, and again, just right now, car is not already my motivation. I just need something to bring me from point A to point B. And so I believe in that every motivation has an expiration.
Absolutely. And if you look at it in life, like I'm going to be a father. That's the news DJ just
congratulations.
got. I'm going to be a father. I've achieved so many different things in my life. Cars, boats, Harley Davidsons, buying houses, traveling the world. Nothing is more motivating to me right now than being a dad.
Yes. And I can see in your face.
And I can tell you, I went to Harvard. I was supposed to give this great speech about, what it means to be an entrepreneur and coach thousands of entrepreneurs around the world. And why did I achieve an award? And all I could talk about was the fact that I'm going to be a dad.
Yes.
And that's the most exciting thing in my life.
Yes.
And I just finished climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. It's the highest mountain
in Africa,
standalone, single mountain in the world, and the highest mountain in Africa.
Nice.
But even though I had just achieved that, and I never went to college, and when I was young, the biggest dream and goal for my life was to go to college.
Yeah, so that's your first motivation.
Yeah, but I was raised by a single mom.
Yes.
We had no money.
Yes.
So there was no college.
Yeah. So you didn't finish college?
I never went to college. I went to Harvard to receive an award, and I never even went to college.
That's kind of funny, right?
It was really exciting and motivating for me when I found out that I could go there. They were going to award me an award, right?
What's the award that
I was going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. That was extremely motivating.
Yes.
But 2 days before climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, I discovered I was going to be a dad. And I can show your audience
sure.
Because this is the most important thing in my life.
He even laminated it, and you can already see the baby.
You can see I carried this to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, and because this motivates me more every day of my life to become a better man and a better example for my child.
Yes.
So Mount Kilimanjaro, I've been there, I've done that.
Yes.
It's one of the highest mountains in the world.
Yes.
But am I motivated about Mount Kilimanjaro anymore?
Maybe not anymore.
Zero. I have zero. Do I want to climb it again? No. It sucked. It was hard. It was hard work. 7 days, freezing.
7 days.
And then I flew the next day to Harvard to go to college for the first time in my life to receive an award.
So you're
no longer motivated. So all motivation, when you put it into perspective, has expiration.
Yes.
So that's first and foremost what people have to understand. Motivation doesn't last. inspiration and living on purpose in your life, that's
what lasts.
What lasts.
That's nice. That's nice. Just a sidetrack story. Earlier this afternoon, I was talking with Vanessa, and she's telling me that she only found out that she's pregnant 11 weeks. The baby is already 11 weeks, and that's the reason why when you got your first ultrasound, you can already see the baby here, right? You can already see the baby here, right? When we had the ultrasound with me and my wife, it's just a small bean there. Right? So it's really exciting, and I was telling Vanessa that I will also laminate our baby's ultrasound when I see this, right? So it's really exciting. So that's really true. Just to connect with that, right during when I was in college, I haven't bought my first car. I had two cars, but it was given by my dad and by my aunt. But buying my first car is really a motivation. It's really exciting, right? But and then 2 years ago, I bought my first brand new car, right? And it's so exciting for me. But right now, come to think of it, I like the car, right? I like driving it, but of course, it's not really the motivation anymore, right? There's something bigger than that: the future family, the travel with my wife and with my family, right? Building the team, leading people, seeing them being successful. That's the motivation, right? So that's really good. So the first thing that people don't know about motivation is that motivation has expiration, right? Okay, so people again from TGFI, no, that's the first thing. Motivation has expiration, right? Again, thank you very much, people in watching in my page. Maybe some people in TGFI are having difficulty in the connection because it's raining here. You can also check out my fan page to also see us, John and me, to go over this 3 things that you don't realize about motivation. What's the second thing, John? Let's talk about the second thing that people don't realize about motivation.
There's a big difference, a huge difference between internal motivation and external motivation. So a lot of people look to get motivated from external things. They go to seminars, they read books, and they get excited in a moment for the moment.
Okay.
In a moment, for the moment, they get excited.
Okay.
As long as someone is there inspiring them, as long as someone there is leading the way, or they do it when they're amongst their colleagues.
Okay. So that's the external pressure or motivation.
Yes, and external motivation goes away very quickly. It's what I call weekend warriors. There's lots of people out there that run seminars. There's lots of people out there that go to seminars, and they're good in the seminar. But when the support team is not there, then they lack the motivation.
That's true.
Because they look for the motivation outside themselves. So you need to have internal motivation.
Yeah.
And know if you're living on purpose, that internal motivation is what you get from setting goals that make a difference not only in your life, but somebody else's life. Yes. Something that you can wake up excited about every morning, regardless if there's a support team there. That you're excited to wake up in the morning and you're excited to put in the effort to do great work. What Steve Jobs says is great work. If you love what you do, you can do great work.
Yes, that's true.
But you can only do great work if you love what you do and you're willing to do the work without anybody else watching.
Yes, because you're internally motivated, right? But there's a lot of people are saying that you have to surround yourself with positive people. You have to surround yourself with you have to put yourself in the right environment, right, to be really, really successful, right? So, but that's external motivation. You're telling us that that's external motivation, but it expires immediately. It goes away.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's a different thing. That's your context and your environment.
Okay.
And it's great to have a coach. It's great to get an advisor.
Okay.
Presidents of countries surround themselves with advisors.
Yes.
Presidents of companies surround themselves with professional consultants.
Yes.
And lawyers.
Okay. So those are advisors.
All those are coaches,
Okay.
whether they're called advisors, lawyers, consultants.
Okay.
We all need a different perspective
Okay.
because we can't see what we don't see.
Okay.
And so what you're talking about is more from an environment aspect rather than a motivation aspect.
Okay. So motivation is different from environment. It's really good if you inject yourself in a positive environment. However, don't rely on that for motivation. That's what
Blair Singer, he's a good friend. I just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro with him.
Okay.
And I did a seminar with him in Vietnam and Singapore just last weekend.
Okay.
And what he talks about is the environment is always stronger. The context is always stronger than individual willpower.
Yes.
Meaning, if you're in the wrong environment, no matter how driven you are, even your company's name is driven, you need to surround yourself with like-minded people that are also driven.
Yes.
Because the reason why the poor stay poor is because the limited belief systems and the toxic belief systems of poverty will bring you down.
Yes.
And they not only do they bring you down consciously, but subconsciously.
Yes.
They create a programming.
Yeah, you don't know that you are getting affected.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yes, yes.
And you know, if you ever seen that vision of an iceberg and the conscious mind versus the unconscious mind.
Yes, I've seen that.
And the unconscious mind is like 90% underwater. Yeah. And then the conscious mind is 10%.
Just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. But what you don't know is you've got 10% of your brain to use to motivate yourself, to drive yourself to your goals. But most people don't know what they don't know. They don't know that some of those belief systems are sabotaging them.
Yes.
So even if you have 10%, you're probably using 8.
Yes.
Or if you're not surrounding yourself in an environment that's positive, then you're using like 6 or 7.
Yes.
But internal motivation means you're excited regardless of what anybody else thinks, and you're willing to get up in the morning and create and do the work. Do work that inspires you to make a difference in your life. Regardless, like I wake up every day because I think of Sneaky Baby. This is my Sneaky Baby. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but I'm motivated every day to provide a better life for my Sneaky Baby.
Yes.
He snuck up on me, you know?
Because you didn't know, right?
But, so I have the internal motivation. You don't have to motivate me. Yes. I don't need to surround myself with my friends and family to motivate me to be a dad.
Okay, yeah, of course.
I don't need that.
Yes.
Why?
Because there's already the fire burning inside.
Because I have the internal motivation.
Yes, that internal motivation. So you mean that that's more important than the external motivation?
Absolutely, right? Because external motivation can work and it's great.
Yes.
You should always put yourself in a supportive environment, what you're talking about.
Yes.
Totally positive. But what I'm saying is if you're always looking to be motivated by external factors, meaning other people to motivate you, then whenever people are not around, you're going to crash.
Yes, you cannot be
You're going to crash. So it expires quicker than internal motivation. And internal motivation also has expiration. Because once I'm a dad, that's exciting, and I'm going to love being a dad. But if I have a boy, maybe then I want a girl.
So
and vice versa. And vice versa. Because Tony Robbins says, and I travel the world with Tony, you grow or die.
Yes, that's true.
It's the law of nature. You grow or die.
Yes.
So once you become a family man, or once you run an organization, then you create a community. And once you create a community, you make a bigger difference, and you raise your level of leadership. Or it's different from every person's perspective. Everybody wants different things. What I want might not be what you want.
Yes, that's true. It's definitely true.
So that's the difference between internal motivation and external motivation. And to me, it's huge that
that's true.
You find what really drives and inspires you without anybody else watching, and you're still willing to do the work.
And that's very important, right? So again, people who are really very, very successful really found out their internal motivation, and they are always driven by something inside, right? But maybe some people are asking, John, how can I find out? How can I find out my internal motivation? How would I know if that's my internal motivation? What if, I don't know, what if I'm only, influenced by people outside, by things outside of me, the external. So how can I find out my internal motivation? How can we answer that?
That's a great question. I love that question. So that I would ask you right back. So are you interested in your wife, or
Yes,
are you committed to her?
Committed, of course.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Is she watching right now?
Yes, she's watching.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So here's the difference between knowing if you're totally motivated about what you're doing internally versus externally.
Okay.
So a lot of people stay in relationships for years.
Yes.
5 years, 8 years. And a lot of the times they're like, well, why haven't you guys married? Oh, we're just not ready, or we're waiting for money. Imagine all you ladies out there, if your man said, well, I'm very, I love you and I want to marry you and I'm interested in that. Are you motivated by hearing that they're interested? Or are you only caring if they're committed? Because at the end of the day, that's the difference between identifying if someone is committed to their own internal motivation, their purpose, and their goals in life versus being interested. See, if you're just interested in something, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's nice. I'm interested in
you only do it when you're convenient.
But are you really willing to make a commitment? So it's the same, just like in a relationship. Are you interested or are you committed? Lots of people are interested in things in life, but you have true internal motivation when you're committed. I am committed to this baby 1,000%. I wake up inspired every single day because I've always wanted to be a dad. And there's no greater motivation or purpose that I can have in my life. And it's not I'm interested in being a dad. I'm committed. And, I know I'm going to make mistakes. I know that it's going to be challenging. I know I'm going to have good days, and I know there's going to be challenging days. But I'm totally committed. I'm so motivated from the core of my being that there's zero question. And that's the difference between are you interested? Are you internally motivated or externally motivated?
Yeah.
I don't need to look outside. I'm totally committed to this.
I think when you don't need other people to tell you what to do and to go and do it, and that's when you can say that you're internally motivated, right? When you jump out of bed and just do it by yourself, and you're so excited and you're not dragging yourself every single time, right? That's internal motivation for you. So that's the second thing that people don't realize about motivation, that internal motivation is different from external motivation, and that external motivation is really, it's good, but it's not sustainable. If you only get motivated by external forces, then you won't really be successful. Your success will not be sustainable. But if you're internally motivated, you don't need other people to tell you what to do. You need their support. You need a positive environment, yes, but what will make you jump out of bed and be excited every single day is that internal motivation. Right? So let's just say hi to Jeannie from UAE. Right? So thank you, Jeannie, for watching, and also for people who are watching in my page as well. There's also some people who are also leaving some comments. I cannot just read their comments, but hello from Spain. Awesome stuff from Ellen Pierce. Hello there. Thank you very much, Ellen, for watching. Also, there's a lot of people who are watching. Thank you for sharing it. Chikoy. Hello, Chikoy. Paul. Ven. Hello, Ven. Hello, Joyce. Hello, Mitch. Edith. Hello. Danielle, my friend in Muntinlupa. Christian. Hello there. Misha and Chris. Hello, everyone who was watching. So again, we've finished the two things that people don't realize or people don't know about motivation. Let's talk about the third one, John. What's the third one?
the key to sustainable motivation is always a compelling future.
Always have a compelling future.
Yeah, absolutely. So whenever you're fighting or charging or working hard to achieve your goal, whatever it is in life, whether it's a new house, whether it's a family, buying a new car, or even a goal that you want to get your master's degree, you want to open your first business, or you want to expand into many branches of business. If you ever look at people that are continue to create sustainable success, it's because they have already set new goals even before achieving the last goal. Meaning they along the way of achieving a goal, and they know they're about to achieve a goal, they set a new goal so that once that goal is achieved, they stay motivated to continue achieving success and growing. So it's different for everybody. But unless you have a compelling future and you set goals that continually keep you motivated, self-motivated, then you're going to lose track and you're going to crash.
Yes. So again, even if you haven't achieved your goal yet, it's important that you have other goals that are really compelling to drive you into the future, right? And successful people set continuous goals, right? It doesn't mean that you have met your goal already, that you stop there, because life will also stop. You will start dying, as Tony Robbins said, right? When you stop achieving goals or setting goals for yourself, then life becomes boring, right? So, some people would say, I don't want to be an entrepreneur because I think it's too tiring, because you set goals and when you get it, you go for another and you go for another. I just want to, just stay employed or just stay at home. And maybe that's not the essence of life.
Yeah, and think about it. What is motivation? Motivation is getting yourself to move.
Yes.
It's getting someone else to move. And you can motivate people two different ways, through pain or pleasure. There's two different, and we motivate ourselves two different ways, pain or pleasure. But here's the thing. To stay motivated about your goals, you constantly need a new compelling future. Because what happens to a lot of people, and myself included, is you get comfortable.
Yes.
And what happens when you get comfortable?
You stop, right? Or you go back.
You stagnate.
Yeah.
And it's just like water. When water doesn't move, everything in it dies. Whether it's fish, algae, eventually everything dies in water if it doesn't move.
So it should flow every single day.
Well, unless you keep growing, you start dying, or you start getting comfortable. God's going to give you a new challenge. I have spiritual beliefs, and I'm not saying everybody has to believe what I believe. I believe in God and a higher power. So whenever you get too comfortable, we were never put on this planet to get comfortable, to get fat, to stagnate and exist. I believe we were put here to live, to love, and to grow. And we're all here on a mission to grow. Yes. And once we achieve that mission, we get to move on. But along the way, there's going to be a lot of lessons. So to stay motivated, you need to understand that having new goals all the time, even before achieving those goals. So I finished the Life Mastery Playbook. I've got the Leadership Mastery Playbook in the works. I've got the Thought Leader Playbook in the works, and a Sales Mastery Playbook in the works. And I've got a whole series that I'm working on, and I'm so inspired to do it. And not just for me, which a lot of this I created for me. This entire format of this book,
you just want to share it to other people.
I created. It's how I used to live my life. Yeah. If you look at my journal, I focus on priorities, following up with people. I focus on things that are transactional.
Yeah. And so the
second and transformational first.
Okay.
But I'm always looking to grow. Do you understand?
Yes, and that's why you monitor your progress, and then you constantly grow yourself. As you mentioned earlier, what's important is not perfection, but progress.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to constantly progress and go for more goals, because that's the essence of life. Right. If we are not setting goals, then we die internally. Right?
Well, how do you celebrate wins if you're not growing?
Yeah. You
I like to party. I like to celebrate. I like to reward and recognize myself as well as my people, and we celebrate all wins. But how are you winning? Like the Life Mastery Playbook is life's a game, and you deserve to win it. But what kind of a playbook did your mom and dad give you for winning the game of life? It's a team sport.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever tell you that?
No one thought.
Well, motivation has so many different factors and so many different things that exist around it. But if you don't have a compelling future and you're not constantly looking to grow, then you begin to die.
Yeah. And that's why, again, that's the third thing that people don't realize, that you have to continuously set goals and set a compelling future for you to move. I like what you said, that motivation, the purpose of that is for you to move. Because if you stagnate, like, for example, you don't exercise, right? You just stay at your home, and you get fat and you get unhealthy, right? And it starts the decaying process or the dying process, right? You get depressed, right? When you don't have goals. So motivation is so important. And, you don't just need to set goals at the start of the year. That's what I believe, John. I set goals whenever I think of it. Let's say when I think of something new, right? Let's just say you found out just last July, right, that you have your own baby. You'll be having your first baby, and you don't set a goal for your baby on January, right? You set your goal instantaneously. You think of it, right? So I don't believe actually in New Year's resolution. What I believe is that when you set your mind to it, you should be constantly setting goals for you to be able to move immediately. Also, don't wait for the new year. It's still far away, still 4 months from it, 5 months from it, right? So you have to start now. Set compelling goals so that it allows you to move and be excited of the future, right? So that's what the Life Mastery Playbook is all about, right? You monitor your progress every single day. So when you monitor your life, you get excited every single day. You get to be motivated. That's what I found out about my life as well. When I start to motivate it and write down my progress and what I'm grateful for, what I need to do next, then I get more motivated.
Well, it's funny you say the Life Mastery Playbook is all about monitoring your progress, but I would say it's even more than that. And the reason I would say that is this is a system I use to stay on point.
Okay.
Right? For me to stay on point and to work on what I call transformational versus transactional. See, a lot of people spend all day long working on a to-do list, doing mundane tasks that can be relegated, delegated, duplicated by someone else. And they focus so much time on doing little things that are not important that they never work on the things that are important. It's what I call the transformational. And transformational things are the priorities that you work on that support you achieving huge goals. I mean, goals that keep you on purpose in your life. I'm constantly refining how I can become a better leader. And I already am blessed to lead 4,000 people. However, that's the chapter in my life yesterday. But the new chapter is, how can I become a better leader, a better father? And so it's what you focus on.
Yes.
Right? And so if you're focused on the transactional, it's easy to lose motivation. It's easy to have no motivation because you feel like no matter what you do, you don't see major shifts in your life. And you won't. How are you going to see major shifts in your life if you major in minor?
Yes.
You need to major
in the major.
In major things. And so what I call major.
Yeah. You have to be the
What are you majoring in? A lot of, colleges, universities says, or, people ask you, what's your major? And they say their course. I'm a bachelor's in business administration. Well, what are you majoring in life? Transformational or transactional? I call it major. Don't major in the minor.
That's nice. So that's very good, John. John Christian Boro. Good stuff, John. More power to you. Right? So, and also Doris. Hello. Hello, Doris as well. Hello.
Hi, Doris.
Hello, John as well. So again, there's a lot of learning, John, and I really like what you've shared so far. So those are the three things that people don't realize about motivation. A lot of people, DJ, I want to be motivated, or how I can be motivated, but they don't realize the three things. So let's summarize it for them. The first thing is that motivation has expiration. Can you also help me just put it down here? For people who are still listening, can you put it down and type it in the comments below so that people can also read it through? So the first thing that people don't realize or don't know about motivation is that motivation has expiration. You have to constantly have due motivation, because what you're motivated before might not or will not motivate you today, right? So maybe that first car will not motivate you anymore. Your first home will not motivate you anymore. Your first million will not motivate you anymore right now, right? So in any phase in your life right now, there's some motivation in it, but you have to constantly create new motivation or find your new motivation for you to progress. The second thing that you might don't know about motivation is that there's two things: in the internal motivation and the external motivation. If you only focus on the external motivation, you only move because of other people or because people tell you so, then it will not be sustainable. But if you find your inner motivation that drives you and allows you to jump out of bed every single day, then that will make your success sustainable. And you don't need other people to tell you what to do. And of course, the third thing that you probably don't know about motivation is that you need to accept compelling futures. You need to have a compelling future every single time that allows you to move every single day and not expire and not die. Because again, as Tony Robbins said, you have to continuously grow or else you will die. Right? In life, it's either you're growing or you're dying.
Yeah, so major in the major.
And so you have major in the major. Focus on what's important, not on the mini things, right? That makes you busy.
If you major in minor things, you'll never be motivated. You'll be frustrated.
Yes, because
irritated.
That's true.
And outdated.
I like it. So maybe if you feel that you're frustrated, if you feel you're depressed, if you feel that you're not important or not motivated.
Well, if you're not moving.
Yes.
If your life is not growing in whatever you're working on, there's a reason. There's an obvious reason. And it's one of those three things. Either your motivation has expired.
Yes.
One. Two, you're looking externally instead of internally. And internally, you've got to know that you're committed. Or three, you're majoring in minor things. You're not working on transformational things. You're working on too much transactional things. So that's where people lose momentum, and that's where they get stuck and frustrated. And some people give up just because they don't know what's stopping them. But it's really easy to figure out from the outside looking in.
That's nice. Okay, so if you have some questions for John, you can also type it down here below. Maybe I have a question, John, as well. What motivated you to build your empire, like say with Optimo, building that businesses in 5 different countries and over 4,000 entrepreneurs that you teach and to make their business profitable? What motivated you to create that big business?
So it's really simple. It was buying my mom a house. But that was 25 years ago. That motivation is already expired.
So that's one of the first motivations.
Poverty.
Yeah.
Number one was poverty. I grew up with a single mom in poverty. From welfare, standing in lines for butter and cheese, government cheese. my mom using food stamps at the grocery store. It was incredibly diminishing, and it was incredibly, embarrassing as a child growing up, not having. See, I was a guy who wanted to be able to pay for things. I didn't want any freebies.
Yeah.
Freebies don't motivate me.
That's true. That's good. And that's the reason why maybe you brought yourself and your family out of poverty. And
so once I had money, then that it wasn't poverty that motivated me anymore.
So what else? So after
then it was I wanted to buy my mom a house. I wanted to set my mom up for the rest of her life because she had made a lot of sacrifices for me to raise me, to instill in me the values that made me the man I am.
That's nice.
And so I bought her a house, and actually done it twice.
Twice. Wow, that's good. So it's more about really love for your mom. That's one. And at the same time, as you mentioned earlier, there are two motivations really, the pain and pleasure. We're motivated by two things, pain and pleasure. So that's about the desire to go away from the pain, the painful experience.
Poverty is painful.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially, coming from limiting belief systems that I had before. Now I don't have those belief systems. So poverty was the pain that motivated me. Pleasure was the love for my mom and wanting to reward her.
It works both.
And
right?
now, it's making a difference in people's lives. I have a cause. If you go to johnrankins.com, you won't, don't go there for me to promote me, but I have a campaign there called the 1,000 Smiles.
Yeah, I was about to mention that John, everything that he earns from training, right? As we had a conversation last month, you would want to donate 100% of all the income in
all my online programs. 100%.
All the online programs
of the money goes to 1,000 Smiles. I met a girl. Her name is Angel. Back in 2008, and she stole my heart. She's a little thief. She stole my heart. I fell in love with her. I ended up adopting her. I take care of her. She still lives with her grandma, but then I just started getting involved with Operation Smile. I did missions, and so far we did about 100, and it's not about. We did it's between 102 and 120 smiles. So, and my goal is to do 1,000 smiles. Right. So
you have a website.
That motivates me.
What's the website?
That's my motivation now.
What's the
my
website?
Motivation? My website is johnrankins.com, and there's on top of the website is my cause called 1000smiles.com. This motivates me now.
So that's your motivation. So as we can see, guys,
I'm not buying my mom another house. I bought her a house twice.
That's true, right?
I bought her 2 cars.
It has to expire, right?
So that doesn't motivate me. Mom's taken care of. I'm taken care of. What motivates me now is how can I contribute more to my community? So I'm having a Filipino baby. I know you guys are all OFWs from the Philippines, or some of you.
I like it.
And my community, my family is Filipino now. I just met the Fockers, my girl's family this weekend in Cebu. Hopefully none of them are watching. I'm motivated by helping my community now. Yeah. So what
Thank you very much for that.
Me before it expired.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes. Because that's the meaning, right? Let's say your life is already, it's already paid for. That's what we can say. You already have a house. You have provided for your mom. So all your, just for yourself and your family is already provided. But what more can motivate a John Rankins but to help more people? And again, in behalf of the Filipino people, I'm thanking you, my friend, for sharing your love to the Filipinos through 1000smiles.com.
This is my home, so this is my community.
I like it. I like it.
To me, it's a must. It's a must. I live here. My beautiful, loving woman is from here.
From Cebu.
She's also what we call Hanoi. We just came back from Hanoi.
Wow.
But I love her. She's the mother of my child. This is my community. I love my team here.
That's very good. Of course, obviously, you're staying here in the Philippines, so that's why you love here. According to Joan Villa, hi. And I can relate to your motivation, sir. Poverty, freedom, family, all these, according to John. So yes, John, again, as I mentioned, and as John mentioned, poverty is a good motivation, but once you're out of it, you have to find another motivation, because people who just got out of poverty sometimes they just get too comfortable and they stop. So don't stop when you're out there. Set new goals, more compelling goals to allow you to move and drive you to succeed. Right? So again, thank you very much for watching, guys, at my page, at TGFI page, and of course in YouTube. And again, if you want to catch John, right, you can follow him in his page. That's just John Rankins' page. And as mentioned, John is giving away 100 copies of his Life Mastery Playbook. He's about to print it. So for you to get it, just go to his page. That's johnrankins.com, and you can enter your name and email address there, and you will get the download link to get the Life Mastery Playbook. Again, it's a transformational playbook in which it will really transform your life, not just to being a transactional entrepreneur, but also a life-changing one. So again, thank you very much, John. Thank you very much. And again, see you again 2 weeks from now as I have another topic at my Facebook fan page, and of course at the TGFI fan page. If you like this video, kindly share this to your friends so that they will also learn a lot about motivation as well. And of course, just go and to my Facebook page, that's DJ Dimaliuat. And of course, if you want to read some of my blogs as well, just go to my website. That's djdimaliuat.com. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.